Today I'm going to talk about 5 huge mistakes that new personal trainers make when they first set up on their journey as a personal trainer. And I see them all across the UK and the world on the gyms I go to. Make sure you aren't making the same mistakes to ensure that your PT business thrives. So mistake number 1 that I always see as soon, actually even before I go into a gym, is a notice board outside the gym. And generally you see lots and lots of images of all the personal trainers with their bios underneath, what qualifications they've got and how wonderful they are. But the issue is most personal trainers rely on those bios to get them clients. Now people don't buy from bios. They don't want to spend their money just by reading a bio. They want to talk to you, the actual person. So if you're a new personal trainer, just because you've got that bio up on the wall, don't leave it at that. You've got to get out there and you've got to start talking to people on the gym floor and around you. And we'll talk about that in the next few mistakes I'm going to mention. But that bio is there purely as an initial introduction. Please don't rely on it. So this leads me on to number 2, which is not being visible. Not being visible on the gym floor, which is crazy as a personal trainer. But so many gyms that I go into, the personal trainers are hiding behind the desk, hiding behind the computer. They are doing their cleaning but their head's down, or they might be hiding behind reception and just trying to chat with one of the receptionists. That's absolutely great, but you are not going to build a sustainable personal training business by doing that. The most important thing is you get out in front of potential clients. You get talking to clients so they actually start to build a rapport with you, build a relationship with you, and that's how you get clients, and that's how you start snowballing the clients within your business and keeping clients for a long period of time. Remember what I said, they're not just going to buy you off the bio that's outside on the notice board. You need to be in contact with them. Don't hide behind a desk. Don't put a barrier between you and them. Go out, go and talk to them. So number 3 leads on from number 2, and it's just about talking to people. So many young personal trainers, and I was so guilty of this. I was so concerned about what people thought about me, or if I come across as stupid, or these guys are much older than me, so maybe what I have to say they not really interested. There's no rapport there. I knew I wanted to become a personal trainer, and at some point I just thought, sod it, I don't care what people think of me. I'm just going to go out, be me, and if someone likes that, maybe they'll buy a few personal training sessions. And the amount of confidence I got just by going out and talking to people was enormous. And that has massively helped me with my personal training business going forwards. Just having that initial conversation is so hard. But if you've got a couple of little questions or little phrases you can say to a new client or a new person coming into the gym, just as a little icebreaker, absolutely fantastic. Even if you just ask them what the workout's going to be today, just let you know if you need any help, please come and grab me. I can give you some tips if you want it, but if not, no worries at all. Have a fantastic workout. Something like that. It just gets them put at ease and it gets the ball rolling on your relationship, because personal training is all about building relationships. If you don't have relationships with your clients, professional relationships with your clients, you're not going to have a business going forwards, and you're certainly not going to have a high-end personal training business where you can charge the big bucks for your time. Now again, coming on from point 3, point 4 is no confidence. People can tell that you have no confidence very quickly, and unfortunately, no confidence is really unattractive, especially when you're having to pay for a service. You want to spend your money, you want to put your money with someone who you have confidence in. You're confident that they can give you what you want. They can help you achieve what you want to achieve. And unfortunately, the person in the gym who's most confident is going to be the person that they're drawn to. Now, again, when I was on the gym floor, I was so shy, incredibly shy. And do you know what? All the people who were pretty mouthy were the people who got the clients. It wasn't until I then developed a little bit more confidence that people actually started gravitating towards me. And that's when I was able to start building my business slowly but surely, gaining confidence with every single client. So if you struggle with confidence just like I did, make sure you put yourself in a really uncomfortable position and say to yourself, I'm going to speak to everyone who walks through that gym door today. And number 5, I'd say, is not looking the part. Now, we shouldn't judge a book by its cover. but we do. We make snap decisions, snap thoughts, snap choices every single day. That's our human nature. Now, if you come in, you ball into the gym as a personal trainer, looking really scruffy, looks like you just rolled out of bed, odd socks, odd old t-shirt, dirty shorts, dirty trousers, people are not going to want to have you as their trainer. You need to look professional, especially if we're hunting those professional clients, those high-end clients who are going to spend serious money with you. Think about it. If you had a shitload of money, a multimillionaire, walked into a high-end gym and you saw two personal trainers, one looking pretty disgusting or one looking pretty smart and like a personal trainer, dressed like a personal trainer, which one are you going to gravitate to? Of course, this one looks like he's got his act together, or she looks like she's got her act together. You're going to be drawn to them. So just make sure that when you come into the gym floor, when you enter the gym floor, you look like a personal trainer from the first second to the last second. Now, these are really tiny tips. I really encourage you to take these on board if you are new to your personal training. Please like and subscribe. I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have in building and developing your brand new personal training business.